Mr. Murdaugh, I sentence you to the State Department of Corrections on each of the murder indictments in the murder of your wife, Maggie Murdaugh. I sentence you for the term of the rest of your natural life for the murder of Paul Murdaugh, whom you probably love so much. I sentence you to prison for murdering him for the rest of your natural life. Those sentences will run consecutive. Under the statute involving possession of a weapon during a violent crime, there is no sentence where a life sentence is imposed on other indictments. That is the sentence of the court, and you are remanded to the State Department of Corrections. And officers may carry forth on the imposition. Yes, sir.
There you have it.
Yes, sir.
The disbarred, disgraced now, convicted killer, Alex Murdaugh, leaving that courtroom in Walterboro, South Carolina. Judge Clifton Newman essentially throwing the book at him, sentencing him to natural life sentences, 2 natural life sentences for killing his wife and son. Let's bring in NBC's senior legal correspondent, Laura Jarrett. Laura, Judge Newman there at times when explaining his decision before announcing the sentence, at times it seemed very personal for him.
An incredibly powerful, stirring sentencing hearing there. The judge calling it heartbreaking, his downfall, essentially his disgrace. He talked about having to remove the portrait of his grandfather from that very courtroom, just setting up what an incredible, powerful family this was in that town to where he has now reached. She talked about seeing Alex Murdaugh practice in that very courtroom before him, and to now watch him in a tan jumpsuit is just an incredibly powerful, powerful image. 2 back-to-back life sentences he's now facing. The judge saying he's not credible, not believable, saying you probably see Paul and Maggie at night. They come to you at night, invoking the imagery there of the victims. Just a really chilling scene we watched out play here, guys.
Laura, put this in perspective for us. A lot of people don't follow these crimes and court cases like this. The comments from the judge, is this something that's typical, or is this definitely out of the norm? What would you say?
I think it can be, and certainly in a case like this, it was 6 weeks. The judge sat there for every moment. The judge clearly has an impersonal investment in this. He was clearly disturbed by the evidence that he heard. You know, he's human like the rest of us. He gets to make his own credibility assessment, and he said, I watched you sit on this stand and talk about the day of the murders like it was just any other day, and it was not any other day, and it was not believable.
He said it was not believable.
Yeah. Not believable.
You know, it was interesting also. We saw the camera at one point pan away showing John Marvin Murdaugh, one of his brothers there in the courtroom, seated
His
next
son,
to Buster Murdaugh, his remaining son. They were largely devoid of emotion, at least at that point when we saw them. It was also interesting to me, Laura, and this was the case last night as the verdict was read, Alex Murdaugh, stoic. And we saw him a number of times throughout the course of the trial, crying, weeping openly, sobbing when he was on the stand several times. Devoid of emotion last night, devoid of emotion this morning as well. And then also to hear Judge Newman say at one point, it may not have been you. It may have been the person you become on opioids. And there have been these reports that at one point Alex Murdaugh was taking 50 to 60 pills a day. But at the end of the day, it seemed as if Judge Newman did not consider that to be in any way, shape, or form justification or even an explanation for what he did.
Yeah, he clearly wasn't moved by the drug addiction at all. And clearly the jury wasn't moved by it either. They heard plenty of testimony about that. But they saw him lie time and again with a straight face, having no problem. They watched him on camera lie again and again, and clearly they just were not moved. They thought he wasn't credible. But it was interesting. You point out his emotion both today, or lack thereof, both today and last night. And clearly, now we're starting to see some of the jurors talking. They didn't buy it on the stand. They said, we saw snot coming out of his nose. We didn't see tears. They said, we looked in his eyes and we didn't find him credible.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you, Laura, because at the end of the day, I mean, this jury deliberated for under 3 hours. A lot of people were surprised with how swift they brought in their verdict.
Yeah, I think because given all of the mountain of evidence that they were facing, they heard about the trajectory of bullets. They heard about a mountain of financial evidence. Clearly, though, they knew what they thought was the truth going into this. And they clearly had made their own assessment. It doesn't mean that they didn't deliberate. Doesn't mean they didn't take it seriously. I think we'll learn more in the days to come about what their negotiations were. It may not be the case that everyone was ready to find him guilty right off the bat, but clearly they had heard enough, and they were able to reach a verdict so swiftly, I think, because of that.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.